What's going on, everyone? JZim Games back with another video. This time we are back into the NBA playoff simulation. We have the Brooklyn Nets versus the Celtics. If you're new around here, we do blacktop games to 11. If you want regular playoff franchise videos, there are tons of great YouTubers out there. I highly recommend you check them out. Over here, I tend to like to watch the whole games. It's just a little more fun for me. I try to cut them to sort of keep just the action, so you don't have to watch all the clunks and bad misses and whatnot. I prefer the blacktop because it gets a little bit more of a park feel, you know. It's a little more exciting, better dribble moves, better dunks, stuff like that. So if you do like it, please let me know. If you want more videos like that, feel free to subscribe. You don't have to, but if you would like to, I would greatly appreciate it. So, like I said, we have the Brooklyn Nets against the Boston Celtics. I am from Boston, so I am not ecstatic about this matchup. I can't lie. With Jaylen Brown, we might have a different story. But as it stands, Brooklyn Nets just have such firepower. Three powerhouses, basically a super team. Bench depth is even there. It was a little questionable in the beginning of the season, but with the pickups they've made, sad about LaMarcus Aldridge, but all the other pickups have been great. I did catch the first game, and I was surprised. The Celtics had some fight in them. Jason Tatum did not exactly go off, and it was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. So who knows? Maybe this series will actually go to Game 5, 6, 7. Only time will tell. But in this series of 3, like I said, if you didn't already know, if you'd like to check out the first video in this series, I explain it much more in depth. If you like these, check out the first and second video. This is the third in the series. I'm basically just following the typical NBA schedule. So in terms of the matchup, obviously the Nets have their big three. Kevin Durant popping the three to begin the game, easy. The Celtics, we basically have Jason Tatum. Obviously Kemba Walker is a great player. I'm so happy that he's on a team now that can make it to the playoffs. For a long time it was looking dark for his career in terms of playoff runs, with a questionable cross court pass right there from Jason Tatum to Robert Williams, carry with the ball. But in the playoffs, Kemba just hasn't really seemed to turn up. You know what I mean? And Jason Tatum, obviously, we saw him in that play-in tournament drop 50 points, went insane against the Wizards. But a part of me was like, did the Wizards really want to win that game? I mean, you're either going up against the Nets or the Sixers. Obviously, two great teams, with Kevin Durant just bodying the Celtics right there. But the question is, would you rather play the 76ers or the Nets? If it's me, personally, I will be posting the 76ers gameplay soon in that playoff matchup. Stay tuned for that. I've already recorded that. It's a banger. Bradley Beal is a psycho. Going back to the 76ers with the Nets, though, I mean, the 76ers have size, major size. You basically have a 7-foot point guard with Ben Simmons, and then how many 7-footers do they have? That's a big team. Versus the Nets have Kyrie, Kevin Durant, and James Harden. I mean, the first game, I think they put up 81 points combined. The rest of their team put up 20, 30 points. Nothing too special. But having three guys drop 80 points, and we all know they're capable of dropping 90, 100 points, and three of them combined. And the Celtics aren't exactly. I mean, we have some great defensive players. Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum's all right. Robert Williams, he had 8 or 9 blocks in that game. Which in the first video, if you missed it, Giannis went off with his blocks. I was saying how I couldn't imagine someone actually doing that in a playoff game, and then Robert Williams comes out and basically does it. So that was great to see. I love Robert Williams. I think the Celtics are such a young team. We're going to be great for years to come. So sad about Jaylen Brown. He's literally my favorite player in the league. What he's done for Boston, if you didn't already know, has been unbelievable. Super smart, great story. Just developed into basically a superstar. I mean, he's an all-star caliber player, so it sucks to lose him. Can't wait for him to be back next year. So if I'm going to have to predict the playoffs, at least this round, I think I'm going to have to go Nets in 5 or even 4. I could see this being the only matchup in the entire playoffs. Kevin Durant popping the 3. That's the end of the first game. But I could see this being the only matchup in the playoffs, being a sweep. All right, let's check out the stats real quick. Kevin Durant shot not so great. Kyrie Irving, 2 for 2. James Harden, the big three going off. Jason Tatum, 2 for 8. That's not going to cut it. Team comparison, as you can see, 50% to 20%. Not much of a game. 11 to 4. Just a blowout, basically. So we're going to get into game 2 and hope the Celtics can have a little bit of fight in them. I mean, it's looking scary for them. Kyrie starting off with a nice little dribble pull up. So like I said, I'm just starting this series. This is the 3rd video. If you do like it, or if you have any suggestions, please let me know. If you would like these to be longer games, best of 5, best of 7 to 21 points, whatever you want. Kyrie, another pull up. Kyrie's going off in this game. Any suggestions at all would be great. It's not looking great for the Celtics. I mentioned bench a little bit earlier, and even when it comes to bench depth, I really don't see the Celtics. I mean, we obviously have Taco, and I mean, we should be playing him 48 minutes, in my opinion. He'll shut down everything. No, I'm just kidding. But our bench depth really needs some work. I mean, we have Thompson off the bench, Jabari Parker, Peyton Pritchard, who I love, Peyton Pritchard. Neesmith is going off lately. I wish I could see more from Langford. But with the Nets, I mean, Blake Griffin, Joe Harris, Jeff Green, Claxton, Shamet, they just have depth to them, which the Celtics, I mean, we're already struggling to keep up with their big three, so I can only imagine what a toll that's going to be on Jason Tatum, Kemba Walker, even Fournier. I mean, Fournier's been kind of a disappointment for me, not going to lie. I mean, I would say Aaron Gordon has also been a disappointment. It seems like everyone left the Magic, some of their best players joining these teams with unbelievable players, and they've just taken a huge step back. I mean, we expect them to take a step back, but Fournier, I think it was like his first 5 or 6 games with the Celtics, didn't even get in the double digits. Celtics making a little run in the background here, which is nice. I was really hoping for more out of him. I mean, there's still time. You never know come the playoffs. I mean, the past couple years, the Celtics haven't exactly shown like they can take over in the playoffs. It's been pretty disappointing. But if you have watched any other 2K21 simulations in regular franchise mode, you know the Celtics, more often than not, will come home with the trophy after a couple years. So I can only hope. This year is not going to be our year, sadly. Like I said, I think the Nets are going to take it. If you've made it this far in the video, it's about to be over. Kyrie with another 3, 9-4 already. Harden coming up with the ball. But if you've made it this far into the video, please let me know what you think the final... I thought that was going in, not gonna lie. What you think the final series is going to end? 5 games, 6 games? What do you think? Who's going to be the MVP of the series? You think it's going to be Kyrie, KD, James Harden? Obviously, James Harden basically is a stat stuffer at this point. He can do all of it. He can do everything. Kevin Durant is just a freak, and then Kyrie, we know what he can do in the playoffs. He's super clutch. I can't imagine really anyone on our team guarding him. Marcus Smart's going to try his best, but I guess we'll just have to see what happens. So jumping into the game for a bit, as I said, it's about to be over. James Harden dribbling up the court, looking around. KD with the screen, popping the 3. That might be game right there. Nope. All right, we're keeping it alive. Who knows? The Celtics might make a little bit of a comeback. Marcus Smart now with the ball, dribbling up, driving up. Kemba Walker. He could probably pop that right now if he really wanted to, but he's not going to. Drive move, and he turns it over again. This really sums up, if you've been watching what's in the background, everything that's been happening. Kevin Durant for the game misses, but DeAndre on the boards. That's another thing. We don't have size. We have Robert Williams, obviously. He's a little undersized for the center, crazy athletic. We've seen his defensive prowess. But DeAndre Jordan's a big man, and that's going to be Jason Tatum going for the contact dunk and gets denied. This is probably going to be game here. Kyrie, pull up, misses DeAndre again. Like I was saying, we're missing that size. So that's it. That's a sweep. That's Nets over the Celtics. I hope it doesn't go down like this, but who knows. Kyrie taking over this game, but DeAndre 3 for 3. They've got sleepers on the team. They got bench depth. Jason 1 for 7. Kemba 42% to 15%. That's brutal. That basically does it for this video, guys. If you liked it, like I said, please comment, please rate, please subscribe. Let me know what you think. You don't have to if you don't want to. It would just mean a lot to me. I would appreciate it. And yeah, with that, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.